Alright, we're working on the old 1930 FH Briggs again, and got the back plate here that we repaired with the epoxy, if you recall. And this back plate that was all bent up and twisted, and we're going to try to rivet it back together. So now we just got to figure out, if I recall, I think that it's got a little flange here, and I think that faces, let me see, I would face the engine, yeah, and then this here goes to the engine, so I would assume it goes on like this. Alright, got the rivet gun here, and I came across something interesting here. I got a box of rivets, and they say Montgomery Ward's on them, and I'm in Jersey here, and I don't ever remember seeing a Montgomery Ward's. You know, I know of them, you know, because they were like a mail order store or something like that. But I'm looking at this box, and this box doesn't have any barcodes on it or UPC symbols or whatever they call them. So this box is probably, I would say this box has got to be 45 years old or so. Pretty interesting, because I think Montgomery Ward's actually went out of business in the late 90s, and they're still good, they're brand new. And that emblem there, I don't know if you guys can see that emblem, but I think that's the emblem they used back in the 70s. You know, big companies, you know, they change their logo styles from time to time. So interesting. I don't know where I got them or why I have them, but I've had them for probably 45 years. Alright, enough talking here. Let's try and rivet this thing together without doing any damage. They seem to be the right length. It says going medium, 1/8 inch medium. So let's try and line this thing up. I think it would be easy, but it's not. Alright, the holes line up, but they don't line up perfect, and I can understand that, the way this thing was bent and twisted. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put them in, but I'm not going to squeeze them until they pop, just to make sure that everything seems okay. Looks like the right size. Alright. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to try. Sometimes I don't look at the camera and I don't know if you guys are in view or not. Okay, you see the way that one? That one looks a little cattywampus there. But we're going to make it work, right? Alright. Looks pretty good. Now let's pop them. They are pop rivets. Let's pop them and hope we don't break any. There we go. Don't want to break any pop metal there. So far, so good. Whoops. Yeah, you historians out there, let me know if they even had Montgomery Wards in Jersey. I thought they were like a California company, or actually they're from Chicago. It's funny, this box doesn't say where they're made, but the box says made and printed in the USA. So I don't know if that's the rivets and the box or what, but alright. What I'm going to do here in the damage section, I'm not going to drill through the one that was there. I'm going to drill next to the one that was there, because that was the damaged area. So Let me get a drill that out. You guys don't have to see that, right? Take my word for it. Alright, yeah, it's all riveted together, and I'm happy with that. It's as good as it gets. So, normally I would take the coil, put the coil on, and the points and everything, and even this kill switch, but the kill switch I still have to clean up. So it's only got surface rust on it, but I'm going to have to take my time on it and do it right. I'm going to leave the original wire here, the cloth wire, because that all seems to be in good shape. The coil, I'm going to have to take extra care in cleaning that, because it's still a good coil and I don't want to damage it. And it is a little flared here from rubbing. You know, that's what happens with the flywheels. You know, the flywheel is made out of pot metal too, and all that stuff. It's even got jagged edges on it. So I want to clean that up and sort of shape that, and then we can put it all together. And the wire's in pretty bad shape, but I can replace that. It's no problem. So for now, we're not gonna put this together until I clean them two parts up. And I think what we're going to do is, let me get this out of the way. We'll get the shroud. We're going to clean the shroud up and go outside. It's a pretty nice day. It's about 85, but the humidity is good. So we'll take this out. We'll wire wheel that. And I think while we're at it, we'll clean this up. And not only clean it up, maybe we'll get it painted. Alright. We'll see when we get a little progress done. Alright, let me take you off the camera there, show you what we did here. I mean, can't take you off the camera, take you off the tripod here. Hold on. Hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. Alright. Whew. Yeah, it's a cloudy day, so it's a perfect time to do this. I'm sitting out here, and it's got a nice little breeze blowing because it's probably going to rain any minute now, but yeah, we cleaned that up. We even got the needle gun out here and got all the rust off the bottom, so that's ready to go. Got the shroud done, foot pedals, fuel things. Here's the rest of the foot pedal, and oil pump there. And we still have to get a few little pieces, bring it in there and get the Dremel and get the little tight spot, but we got the majority of it done out here. And here's the bell. Remember the bell? And the block. Block cleaned up real nice. So yeah, I was just going to do the block and paint it, but then, you know, we got such perfect conditions out here for you know, cleaning up and wire wheeling. I figure I might as well take advantage of it. So we'll take these inside, finish them up, get the Dremel on them, and then maybe tomorrow we'll paint them or something. So alright, we'll see you in the next step. Alright, working on the old 1930 Briggs FH here, and we're out here in the paint booth, and this is all degreased and ready to go. Nice paint weather. It's about 85, no wind, no humidity, so gonna prime this all up, and then we'll give it a top coat. Try to get as many of these pieces done as we can so we can continue on. Alright. Alright, yeah, we're making a little progress now. I got the back plate and oil tank. That's actually the gas tank. And the shroud, the bell. And this here is not going to get painted. Got the head. You know, we're making progress, slow but sure. And I think all we have to do now is the block and the kick pedal and a couple of little items, and then we can start throwing it together. Alright. Yeah, I just have a few things here I want to clean up a little bit. I cleaned these up, the intakes on the wire wheel on there. And now I want to get a Dremel and get in all the little nooks and crannies on the foot pedal. And then the block here, you know, there's a few places I couldn't get the wire wheel and stuff. You know, like right in here and back up in here. So I'm going to get the Dremel out, clean all them up, and then we'll degrease these and we'll take them outside, alright? Alright, see you out there. Alright, yeah, we got them parts all cleaned up and degreased and taped up. And we got rain outside, so we're not going to do that. So I got hold of the flywheel here and cleaned it all up. And if you recall, there were three little fins here broken off, just the edges. One here, one here, and one here. And I have the three pieces right here. And the one piece has a little section missing out down here, but you know, that's a pretty big piece, even if it was busted in two. And we didn't see that in the box anywhere, so I don't know if that was previous damage or just maybe it fell out of the box because it was ripped a little bit. But anyway, we're just gonna super glue them on this these three because they're clean breaks and they should be okay. Even if they would break off at a later date, you know, they wouldn't cause any damage. They would hit the shroud and fall to the bottom. So, all right, I'm gonna do that and we'll get back to you later. All right, we got them on there and threw a little baking soda on it to help it set up a little faster. And you know what's interesting? There are two fins here that are cut out, but they're cut out from the factory, and they're actually not even cut out. Looks like they were, you know, they were made that way. You know, when they cast them. You know, you wonder why they do stuff like that. You know, they don't do stuff like that for no reason. You know, interesting. Alright, I'm going to let this set up overnight. Like I say, it's raining out, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll figure out what we're going to do from there. Alright, you know, a lot of this stuff's dry, and I played around with this a little bit, and if you remember, we put these three pieces on there, and they look pretty good. You know, you really can't tell unless you're really looking for it. Like I say, that one section here, not much you can do about that, but I'm not going to worry about it. You know, these things were real rude, crude castings, and I remember I had this one section here. It looks cracked and everything, but it's not cracked. What it is like I say, it's just a crude casting, and this just happens to be right at the edge of where I think the magnet's over here. So we don't know what's over here. Maybe it was just a bubble or something. Who knows? But anyway, I was gonna dig that out and epoxy it, but that really wouldn't help matter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit and super glue it back in place, just so nothing falls apart. See where it's all moving and stuff. Even on this side, see it's got like holes. That's just the way they cast these things back then. You know, just that's the magnet there. So that's just the way they made them. So I'm just going to throw some super glue in here and push it down, and then put some powder on it, baking soda, and let it stay in place, and then maybe give it a light sanding, you know, and that'll be good enough. We're gonna have to hit this with a grinder and stuff, and make that fit the coil. Maybe even grind the coil down a little bit, because I'm pretty sure it was rubbing. You know, that's just what you got to do. Alright, we'll see you later. Alright, yeah, that worked pretty good. It's all solid, you can hear it. That's all I want to do, is make it solid. And that'll be fine. You probably can't see much because of the reflection, but take my word for it, it's pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kill switch apart and clean it up. Besides having surface rust on it and everything, it's pretty greasy, and you know, want to make sure everything is clean and shined up. You can't really tell, but this piece is copper, or brass I should say. It's brass. Same with this piece. So we're going to drill them rivets out on both sides and clean everything up. Maybe even paint this piece. Alright. Alright. Yeah, they cleaned up nice. Now all I have to do is take this out. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint that silver so it matches the shroud or the backing plate, whatever that thing is. And remember, first I said it was copper, and then I said it was brass. Well, I was right both times, because the one piece here is brass and this other piece here is copper. So there you go. Alright, I'm gonna paint that, and then we'll put together. Alright, it's the next day, and I painted this piece up. Came out nice. And what I did is I ground off the paint where the piece of copper goes here, and then where the piece here meets the backing plate up here. So I got all the paint off of here, because that's your kill switch. That button there is what grounds stuff out. So we got to get a good ground. I also found this stuff in the drawer here. I don't know if it's any good. It's called GB Ox Guard, and it says guards against oxidation, protects. I'm reading the wrong one. That there's looks like maybe Spanish. But anyway, it says it's an antioxidant compound for wire connections and aluminium conduit joints and stuff. So it says down here, it looks like aluminum to aluminum and aluminum to copper. So I don't know if it's going to help or not, but I'm going to use it. And kind of messy, but we're going to put it on this one here first. You guys remember how this went together? I'm trying to do this in a hurry, because I think this video might be getting pretty long. I think this might go in like this. And we'll get some rivets here. Like I said, I cleaned it all up, so oh, I forgot to try and stay in the view there. Oh, whew. Don't have the old hand strength I used to. Yeah, let me know if you guys think this stuff is good or bad. I don't know. Like I says, it's supposed to be good for conducting. I got dielectric grease in there, but I don't think that's supposed to be for that. Ah, oh boy. Okay. We got our button on. Now, you guys remember how this side went on? little too much. I think I just got a little too much on my finger. So we'll just wipe it off, right? Just wipe it off. I guess if I try to kill the motor and it don't work, so I know if I did it wrong. Alright. Now this cleaned up pretty good too. Oh boy, this shit, this stuff, I almost said a bad word. This stuff gets all over the place here. Alright, I don't know if you can see this, but it's an insulator here, this brown thing. And it's a little compromised here, so I think I might take a number 6 washer and put them down there and pull it in. And then see what happens. Alright, if I remember correctly, I think the button went towards the bottom like that. Then I think this went like this through the hole and around the back and then around like this. You know what? I think it might be better if I hit let me get a board to hold that up, or else that's just going to keep messing me up. Don't go away. Alright, here we go. Yeah, sometimes just a couple pieces of wood like that helps you out. Alright, I got these number 6 washers here. Little tiny things, and I put it over the head. And like I say, since this was a little compromised, try to find a hole. There we go. I'm going to put the top one in first because the bottom one's a little egged out. I'm going to try and stay out of your way, but sometimes that don't always work. I guess the best thing to do is put this in here like this, and then this in here like this, and then that one down in there. You know what? I think I'm going to get some longer rivets because that one ain't sticking into it that far. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, I think a longer rivet would be better suited. I'm going to washer here in this other rivet. At least it'll line this up. Alright. Like I said, I'm sorry if I'm getting in the way here, but sometimes it's just the way it is. Alright, we got one side in. Let's go for the other. Alright. Looks good. Let's test it out. Whoops. Whoops, I think I dropped the block. Okay, I think we got it all right. Alright, we got the backing plate all done, and here's the block. The block came out real nice. I'm real happy with that. And then the kick pedal's done. So all the big major parts are all painted. There's some in the box over there. And sorry about the video being all over the place because it took a couple days, maybe 2-3 days to do this because of the rain. So we just had to switch things up a little bit, but you know, that's just how it goes. So I guess next video we'll put the coil in here and try and figure out how the points go in and stuff like that. And I probably got a couple more pieces I got to play around with, and then we should be ready to put it together. You know, maybe hone this out and start assembly. So I appreciate you guys hanging in with me there, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright, enough of this. Let me get a thumbnail here.